Hello MacU family, my name is Stephanie Neely and I'm going to be sharing with you for a few minutes the operational value for this quarter, which is accountability. And MacU defines accountability as we personally own the responsibility to deliver a remarkable experience. I can't think of a better example of this than this past weekend at commencement. I know that it took a lot of work from every department in the university, employees, student helpers. If we all didn't have our piece that we had to own in that, there is no way that process would have been so successful. There are 6 key areas that I feel are important to accountability. Of course, accountability, we have to start with ourselves. And if we do this, then we can also be that example for our students and for employees of the university and anywhere else that we're at, life, church, home, family. The first one is admit wrongdoings. We really don't like to do that, I know. But admitting wrongdoings allows us to be human because we're not perfect. It also allows others to give us mercy and grace when we do do something wrong. It also allows us to teach that and our employees and our students to see that so they can learn how to do that as well. Don't make excuses. There's times when maybe something comes up that would warrant you not being able to do something. But other times, just admit that, hey, I messed up or I missed that or something like that, where we can hold ourselves accountable and just say that out loud and not make excuses or not blame other people. Just own it ourselves and move on. The third one is ask for help. This is probably a big one for me. I like to do things and I like to be able to know what I'm doing and move forward, but I have learned, probably the hard way, that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. You have to ask for help in all areas of our life. And the next one is contribute. We all work at MacU. We all may have different jobs, but at the end of the day, MacU is our home away from home. Our jobs as employees, as staff members, is to contribute to the whole piece. The next one is be upfront. Our work responsibilities are ours to own. If we avoid responsibilities, ultimately we let the team down, we let department down, students, or the company that we're working for. And the last one, but not least, in my opinion, should be the first one, which is take pride in your work. I pulled this from a book that I read years ago, starting out in leadership positions, and it was the first leadership book given to me to read. And I still reference it today. I still think about it. I've applied some of my life in making sure that I'm doing kind of what this book was suggesting. And it's called The Fred Factor. It's by Mark Sanborn, and it's forwarded by John Maxwell, which I'm sure many of you have read some John Maxwell books. Love all his leadership books. Have taught me a lot over the years. But this book is about a mailman, and Mark was moving into a new home, but a fixer-up home. And this mailman come and knocked on the door, and when he answered, he said, "Hi, my name is Fred, and I'm your mailman. And I just want to welcome you to the neighborhood, and just want to let you know I'm here for you." And Mark was kind of standoffish, like, "Well, okay, well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by." And he really thought at that moment, that was really sweet. But, I'll probably never see him again. He'll just deliver my mail and we'll go on and never pass again. That was not true. It was a continuous process that every time Fred, he would take care of his packages, he would offer him help. This just went on and on and on. And finally, Mark stopped and started developing a relationship with him. He actually made the intentions to go out and speak to him and talk to him and everything. Well, that led up to Mark going on vacation, and Mark said, "You know what, I'm going to ask him if he wouldn't mind just making sure my mail is secure somewhere while I'm gone, or could he hold it for me?" And Fred said, "You know what, I can do better than that. I will just make sure that I put your mail in a safe place in your yard or behind your house or something. And if it gets too much, then I'll just hold it for you and I'll bring it back to you when you're back from vacation." There was multiple times through the book where he talked about the different things that Mark did, and so Mark was just really taken back, and so he wrote this book about a Fred Factor, about how jolly and fun and exciting and nice this man was doing his job as a mail carrier. And so he went on to write this book, and in the book it has 4 key points, and I'd like to share those with you. One is everyone makes a difference. All voices matter, as we use in giant terms here at MacU. It doesn't matter what your job is or what you're doing, even if it's a job that you don't like, but you know what, it's where God has you right now. And so we have to find ourselves in those spots and being able to do the best we can, and the title or whoever you are does not matter. It's what can I do in this job right now to make a difference and be a better person. The second one is success is built on relationships. how true is that? And that's what Mark put in his book about. He carried on a lifelong relationship with this man, and become to know him even closer, and he knew his family and all that, because relationships do matter. And then the third one would be, we must continually create value for others. If we're not helping people and building people up to see their value, then there may be missed opportunities for them. And then the last one is, you can't reinvent yourself. You can reinvent yourself regularly. When you get bored, or when you get anxious, or when you get burnout, you can find something else to keep going. So I would just like to encourage each one of you as we end here, and just ask you to just think about some of these things. I just hope that everybody has a great summer and gets some rest, and that we just pray that our year starts out for the next season strong.